We just got set up back at the Sternauto farm. We hunted here this morning and didn't see a single deer one. Figured it would have been a good morning. It was foggy, no wind. The wind that we did have was in our favor, but we came back out here this evening and just got set up a little bit early. Since nothing was moving this morning, maybe they'll pick up earlier this afternoon. Only problem now is the wind is howling, so we're not going to have to worry about them winding us or hearing us, because the tree we're in is shaking pretty good. We're just going to sit tight and hopefully that big deer that we're after will show up this evening. that we've watched for 3 years now. 3 years we've watched him. He's always been a good buck, but we've just been waiting for him to just jump over the hump with his antler size. And this was the year that he did it. We had an exceptional spring, lots of rain, plenty of food for him to eat. We've hunted him hard since the beginning of bow season. Had him on camera a couple times, but always at night. And finally, today we had a little 4-point come in, and then another 8-point come in. And we knew the direction that this big deer was coming from. And both of those deer looked out into the middle of the pasture, and not 2 minutes later he came strolling in. He faced me for a long time, was waiting for him to turn broadside. Finally, he gave me a broadside shot. It looked a little bit high, but it was a good solid hit, I think. And he ran back into the property. So we're gonna wait, give him a few minutes, and then hopefully we can go get him. Oh God. Whew. That's what I'm talking about. Yes! And on top of it all, today is my wife's birthday. So we're gonna get this deer, and then we're gonna go celebrate. Yes! Great blood on it. We didn't really look much further. I found a couple spots of blood about 20 yards from where I shot him at. We're gonna go back to the pickup truck and get some better flashlights and give him a little bit more time. But after we reviewed the footage, the shot looked good, and telltale sign of the bloody arrow looks real good. So hopefully right inside that tree line over there, I got a monster buck laying down on the ground. But we're not going to push it. We're going to give him some time and go back to the truck right now and then come back. The blood's picking up, and we're only probably 50 yards from where I shot him. There's some more. Good spot of blood right here. There's some. It's getting better. We got more blood. The blood's getting better. God, he can't be that far away. There he is. Jeff, we got him. Oh man. No doubt. As you can see, we made our recovery of what is my best deer ever. This deer came off of the Stern Idle farm, and this is the first buck that I've killed off of this farm.
property that's been in my family for over 100 years, and we really kind of started hunting it about 5 years ago. This deer showed up 3 years ago. He was an 11 point. Last year he was an 11 point. And this year he's a mainframe 11 point, but he threw a kicker off of his right G2. We've hunted him every weekend since the beginning of deer season. And finally this evening he came in, stood there for, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, and then gave me a broadside shot. Put a good shot on him. Had a good blood trail and tracked him for about 80 yards, and he was laying here in the open. So I am extremely excited about this deer. When you put the time and effort into deer hunting like we do, and it culminates in a trophy like this, it's worth every bit of it. Man, it's an exciting moment for me. I had Jeff behind the camera. He's been videotaping all year. So now I'm gonna get behind the camera, and we're gonna try to get him some deer. This is definitely a trophy that I'm proud of. And I'll tell you now that one of the few October deer that we usually get, most of our deer come later on in the season. But this is an excellent start for end of the road outdoors. And hopefully by the end of the year, we've got some more just like this one.